like Councilmember Flynn had said, I talked about this numerous times over the past handful of months with the constituents in the 15th ward, the ward that I represent, and I went to my neighborhood association meeting, talked about this on a few occasions, and I never saw any groundswell support. In fact, I can only name one supporter in my neighborhood. So, I did question whether this was in response to some popular idea that we need to have these red light cameras in the city. Even the Traffic Safety Stakeholders Committee, I'm not familiar with their bylaws, I'm not familiar with their minutes. I know at the meeting where they forwarded their recommendations to the city, they had a lobbyist that deals with transportation issues at the meeting. I know that. I don't know these other items, but I would be concerned about that. Overall, I just don't think that we have to review the contracts that other cities have. We could look at what Rochester may have, look at New York City, look at Nassau County. Go determine if there are risks out there, financial risks to the city and the taxpayers, that this type of automated traffic enforcement offers. I don't think we ever met the $2 million revenue figure that Councilmembers Robinson candidly, and I appreciate that, and Councilmember Bailey just talked about. That $2 million revenue figure, we never vetted that, we never looked at what intersections were effectively, how this algorithm worked. It was provided to us by a company in Arizona. More broadly, there's numerous best practices as defined by AAA that we've cloaked ourselves in for this vote. Numerous best practices that we are not following. At the top of the list of those AAA recommendations, and let's accept that they may be some authority, the entire foundation of the system being run and operated well and effectively is that the money doesn't go to the general fund, because that gives all 15 of us a bad set of incentives. It creates these adverse incentives for our police chief, for our deputy police chief, for our mayor, where that's where yellow light times start being played with, that's where tickets are being issued for right on red, that's where tickets are being issued for tire on a white line. That's where it comes from. And if you really can honestly believe that $2 million is going to be generated just for us, never mind depending on the company in Arizona yet, which you probably need another million for, if you really believe that $3 million or $2 million for us is going to be generated from just solid red lights, people going through a solid red light where very quickly they'll know where the camera is, that's crazy. It's going to happen because your constituents are all going to get tickets for a tire on a white line, or rolling right on red, or being under a light when the oncoming traffic comes and they take a left-hand turn at the end of that traffic pattern, and you're going to get a phone call. And when you get a phone call, who are you going to call? Some company in Arizona? You'll get some automated answer for automated traffic enforcement. You won't be able to solve that problem, and it'll be a political disaster. And that's why these cities want out of it. But the only thing that keeps these cities in is that there are early termination penalties on the contracts, and that the money is in the general fund. So once you put it in the general fund, it is incredibly difficult to get the money out. We should have a reserve fund set up at minimum. All that money should go to the reserve fund to supplement, and that's the plan for this city funding. This has just been incredibly, over the past 5 months, incredibly frustrating to go through this process. I have a number of concerns about red light cameras. Obviously, I can't get there with this vote tonight. There's no possible way I could. I'd like to try to work with the group here, but it's just impossible. I think we've thrown all logic and rationality out the window. We have a $2 million figure in the budget, and now we've been forced to blackmail this Councilmember Bailey says, and it might be appropriate because some of us might be saying tonight, geez, how would I fund this truck down in the south end if I don't vote for the red light cameras? Don't think like that. Don't put that money in the budget, because once you do, that's where the problems are. You set up that foundation, pour incentives across the board that really create these situations like Chicago and Florida and across the country. And we talked about the number of municipalities that have this 501 right now. How was it? It was over 600 just a few years ago. Why are these cities, towns, villages, counties, why are they dying to get out of it? Look at California. There's more local governments in California that have gotten rid of red light cameras than have them today. So what does that tell you? The huge amounts of population, town board members, they can't all be stupid. They're getting out. The ones that are still in it, they have the money in the general fund, which we're doing, and they have an early termination clause. If it wasn't for that, these things would be gone everywhere. So I hope people could really reconsider, vote president if you have to. Don't let this pass tonight. You're making a bad decision that's going to hurt the city for years to come. When we run out of money from the red light cameras, people learn where they are, then the speed cameras come. And then you'll have them all set up all over town. And haven't even spoken yet about privacy. I won't get into that. It's a separate issue. license plate readers throughout the city. But you vote present if you have to tonight. Don't let this pass. It needs to be thought out more. The money shouldn't be in the general fund. It makes us all have these poor, adverse incentives, and you're going to have a poor program going forward. So I hope everybody reconsiders if they are in fact supporting this legislation. Thank you.